What's going on? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, everybody, and we are entering a new season for Splatoon 3, and that season is the fresh season here in the springtime, and this is all dropping on March 1st, and we got a little bit of an insight as to what we can expect from this season, so I'm going to go over all the weapons, all of the specials, every little detail in between with the poster and stuff that Nintendo has given us through Twitter. So of course, we are getting the brand new special of the Kraken. The Kraken is returning from Splatoon 1, but it's a little different this time around. For instance, you can still use your squid movements, which is the squid surge and squid roll, which is really cool, and it even has a little charge up, which is probably the surge on the ground this time, where you can charge and rush towards enemies where even their shots won't push you back. And now it looks like it is a regular 2-tap in order to take out enemies, because in Splatoon 1 it was a simple 1-tap, which was crazy. So to one-shot enemies, you will have to hit them with this new Kraken surge. Of course, there's not just a squid version, there's an octopus version for those that want to choose an octoling, so that's a definite cool upgrade. Of course, with new specials, we get new subs, and these subs look like suction bombs almost. They're like little peg toys that also have a wind up and a drawstring on their heads, and then you can see in the second image, it looks like it actually squeezes in order to pop the thing. Now, the first thing I thought of was some type of brand new bomb explosive, and it looks a lot like a suction bomb, so maybe there's a timer on it as to when it blows up. I also thought of like a claymore type of device that explodes when people get close. We have the ink mine, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. It kind of just marks the player for you, but this time, this will actually defeat you if you get too close. It'll completely wipe you out, and maybe it's even able to be shot by the person that threw it down to blow it up whenever they want. Imagine a sniper throwing this down in the corner and then sniping this bomb in order to blow up enemies that get near it. That would be really cool. And of course, we have new weapons. Now, they actually didn't announce any new weapons, at least not yet. Maybe they're waiting to announce these things, I hope, because I don't know how we still don't have new Splatanas and new stringers yet. But we have new variations of weapons coming with 2 confirmed. The first one being the .96 Gal Deco with Splash Wall and Kraken. And we have the Supra Roller Collaboration, I think is what it's called. I don't know. That's from the Japanese website. I'm not sure if that translates right. But it has Jump Beacon and Kraken as well. Now, nothing else is confirmed, but we do have pictures of the other brand new weapon sets, and a lot of them come from Splatoon 2 and 1, so I'm going to use Splatoon 2 sets in order to kind of make a set of my own, and lots of the time it just matches up some Splatoon 2, so I think they're going to keep a lot of these sets the way they were in Splatoon 2. So we have the Tri-Slosher Nueva, or Nuvea, I cannot pronounce that right. It had Burst Bomb and Ink Armor in Splatoon 2, but obviously we have to replace Ink Armor, so I thought Big Bubbler would be really good as a shield as well. It looks like we're getting a slightly different version of the L3 Nozzle Nose D, and it's going to have Burst Bomb and Inkjet, which could also get Kraken based on Splatoon 1, but I'm looking at Burst Bomb and Inkjet. The NZAP 89, my personal favorite back in Splatoon 2, has the Auto Bomb and Tenta missiles in that game, which could still work for this game, and also a possibility of Kraken from Splatoon 1. The Neo Splash-O-Matic has Burst Bomb in Splatoon 2, but we already have that in Splatoon 3 as well, so I said either Fizzy or Splat Bomb could be an option, and instead of a Suction Bomb launcher, which we don't even have in Splatoon 3, I said a Zipcaster would be cool to fly around the stage, get close to people. It'd be OP, but I think it'd be awesome. And then the Neo Splooshomatic will have Squid Beacon and Tenta missiles if it's going off of Splatoon 2, and also the possibility of having Kraken. The Clash Blaster Neo has a new red color, so it could be a different type of Clash Blaster, but it will have the Curling Bomb and Tenta missiles if basing it off of Splatoon 2. Now, I don't know if these are the Firefin brands of Splat Chargers and Splatter Scopes, but they probably are going to have the same kits like they do in the other games, and I'm guessing if it's going to be based off of the Firefin kit, it's going to be Splash Wall and then Suction Bomb, which just makes sense, especially for a charger, giving them that protection with the Splash Wall. I can see that happening again. And then we have 2 more that we haven't talked about yet. The Rapid Blaster Deco is returning, but with a new purple color. It's going to have Suction Bomb and Inkjet if based off of Splatoon 2. And we have the Custom Jet Squelcher, which had Burst Bomb, which would work, and Stingray, which we don't have that anymore, so why not the Killer Whale 5.1 to have that range in there as well, and Kraken is also possible for this. And of course, we have some new type of gear. They even have Crocs, and they have the little things you put on the Crocs, which I think they're called like gibbets or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that. They also have these new type of Ugg boots, or maybe they could be based on Tim's. It's hard to see the front of them. Based on the back and the little fur coating on the top, they look like Uggs. They also have like nameplates or something hanging off the back, like chains or something. I don't know what that is. But yeah, other gear and stuff like that is to be expected. I love how Nintendo takes different, clothing brands and stuff from real life life and just warps them into Splatoon. It's awesome. We have 2 brand new stages coming. Well, 1 brand new stage and 1 returning stage. The brand new stage is some type of pyramid desert stage under some type of reconstruction. We actually saw this image a long time ago, back when Splatoon 3 was about to come out. Like, it was like the Nintendo Direct featured for that, and it showed us tons of information and details about some stages that were coming, and this was one of the stages. Hopefully it just doesn't look like every other stage, which is just a straight line. And then we have a returning stage of the Manta Maria from Splatoon 2, which is a pretty cool one. It's a giant ship. I like how there's different levels and segments you can fight from with different height differences. Like, you can be really high up on the sail, or you can be down on the lower deck. Actually, we get gameplay footage of this stage already, thanks to the Kraken special ability showcase that they gave us. So you get a little look at what this is going to look like. It looks pretty much the same as it did in Splatoon 2. They also show off some new rewards, some new Table Turf War battle cards. Lots of these cards are based off the new Inkopolis Wave 1 DLC with the different shop merchants there. You also have the new catalog with the new locker decorations and stuff like that. One's like a basketball too, you can get, and even like a little squid guitar, a squitar. Maybe we'll also be able to play online with Table Turf War Battle now, and maybe they just haven't announced it yet. I'm hoping that's the case. Next up, we get a jukebox. So what the heck is the deal with this? There's also some albums around it based on, I guess, music that we've heard throughout the game, and I'm guessing that this is going to allow us to play music throughout the lobby and pretty much have our own music playing, and maybe even set our own playlist for what plays every time we enter, which is pretty cool. And you can just kind of design your own lobby to be based on you. You can just sit, chill, listen to music throughout the game, which is really cool. You'll probably have to complete the story mode to get some extra tracks and stuff later on in the story mode's campaign, but this is really cool. Maybe there's even some side mode like dancing thing like we had with the mini games in Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 Squid Beats, so I would love to see something like that also. But yeah, this was actually leaked a long time ago. It was even in the files, and you could like clip through the floor of the lobby in order to see the jukebox sitting there, because it just wasn't ready to be put in the game yet, so I guess Nintendo just hid it under the floor, and you can tell it looks a lot different than it does now. They definitely upgraded it and gave it a lot more textures, and even has like a little squid form on the front, so yeah, it definitely looks cooler now. Now, one of the last things we have here is this weird image, and at first I thought DLC, but this has nothing to do with the DLC. We don't even know what Wave 2 is about really yet. We have our speculations, but also this is coming out March 1st for this little season event, so this isn't anything related to the DLC. Well, what is it? Well, to the right, we see a gold medal of a Salmonid on it, so I'm guessing this has something to do with Salmon Run. Now, this could just be a new stage, that's a possibility, but it might be something a lot bigger than just a new stage. Maybe some type of new game mode, or what I think it could be is an image of a brand new boss Salmonid. We already have Kohozuna, but it's getting kind of repetitive. I mean, we just keep seeing this boss over and over and over again, so maybe there's some new boss Salmonid coming, and this could be the next one. It's just impossible to make out what this is. If you guys can see something that I don't, please let me know in the comments down below, but this is definitely the most interesting piece to me for sure. Now, this last bit of information is just some extra stuff regarding the upcoming waves and stuff coming out for the game. So this is Inkopolis. It's going to kind of show you what it's going to look like. It also shows you new renders of Callie and Marie, which looks really good, and it shows you both of them in the last image. But yeah, it just kind of shows you how Splatfest will work, you know, how they will be the ones singing if you choose to be in Inkopolis, which I probably will, because that's where I started, baby. Give me them Wii U vibes. We also now have information on Splatoon 3, which is original soundtracks that come out for each game, and they're normally 4-disc sets. This one also being a 4-disc set, probably giving you every single tune that you can think of throughout the campaign, the multiplayer, everything. It's super awesome. If you want to get your hands on that, I'm sure there's more information on Nintendo's website, and you can actually like look up when you can actually get this. I don't think it actually has a release date so far, maybe March 1st along with the season, but yeah, those discs look so cool. That is all the information for Splatoon 3's fresh season coming up. Hopefully we get more information on new weapons, maybe for more Splatanas, and the stringers would be really great, but we'll have to wait and see if there's anything else coming, and maybe more information on that Salmon Run thing, or whatever that was in that image. But let me know if you found anything else that I missed, and let me know what you're excited about the most, and what you hope to still see with this season. Thank you so much for tuning in, and like always, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Splatoon 3 and Nintendo in general, and I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.